Sweet evening, sweet brothers and sisters. I, Prasanna Kumar Bhatta, from India. I'm fortunate enough to have a chance to share my few suggestions, thoughts in this poetic world. Humble regards to Prasanna Kumarji, an honor international recruiter, Fatal Brain Group, respectable admins. Really, I will never forget this memory. I'm retired principal as well as a lecturer in English. So far as literature is concerned, I have been teaching English for 45 years. Though I was not a poet, but I had relation. I have been keeping a relation with English literature. I would like to clarify that poetry represents a prominent place in my life after my retired life. I know very well, after retirement, most of the employees face a difficult situation to spend time. But thanks God, thanks to God's mercy, love and affection, I have no time to think anything other than poetry. Poetry is my life partner nowadays. I am interested for this, not for any certificate, not for any name or fame or anything. Because in this age, it is very difficult to get a Jokan company. Really, due to God's blessing, I got a Jokan company that helps me pass the time gleefully and loyally. Now poetry is my passion. You will be stunned and surprised when you listen my poetic career. Though I have acquired thousands of certificates and I have written thousands of poetry, poems, thousands of poems. Really, poetry is the combination of poems. But I'm only, don't laugh, I'm only 2-year-old child poetry. Only 2-year child, though I have been teaching poetry for 45 years. And very surprised to me, so far as English is concerned, so far as English poetry is concerned, really, vividly, I like to tell you, nobody inspired me. Situation inspired me to enter into this poetic world. Situation compelled me to be a poet. Before coming to poetry world, I was the administrator of a grammar group having 195K members. I saw I could not gain any knowledge, so I was fascinated and mobilized with poetry when I joined in poetry group. My interest and eagerness to write something new and new. Creativity is my interest. I never entangle with one type of poetry, one type of design, one type of situation. I like to write different types of poems in different structure and different pattern. I have, within 2 years, I have written more than 50 sonnets, more than 40 alliteration poem. So to say, it is due to lazy Corona. Corona made me lazy, and that lazy Corona compelled me to be active, to enter into this poetic world. Yeah. So we can't say nobody inspired me, because I have been teaching English. 2 poems fascinated me. 2 poems inspired me the most. One is Stopping by Woods, a Snowy Evening, written by Robert Frost. You know very well. It is the last line: miles to go before I sleep, miles to go before I sleep. The favorite line of late Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. And Sum of Life, written by Henry Wordsworth. Longfellow, life is short, time is fleeting. These 2 poems inspired me. So to say, I was completely facilitated, or I'm completely fascinated with these 2 poems to join in poetry. And with this help of 2 poets, I wrote a lot of poems on humanism, humanity, real love, noble love. Especially my favorite poem is to write poems about humanism and the current situation. Just now, yesterday, I published, I advertised, I posted ESN publication, accepted my 11 poems. Peace, the superpower. Peace specifies specification. Lord, pray you to make me a messenger of peace. Peace, humanity. That is another thing. Golden rules, honesty, honors, hardship. World is my friend. Why aversion, sympathy versus empathy? I'm not alone, mother. One book accepted my 11. One book accepted, one publication accepted my 11 poems and kept place. And a lot of poems have been published in Arab magazines. Come on to poetry world. Really, we can't see poetry nowadays. Come to reality. If you think about poetry, there is a hell and heaven difference between ancient poetry and modern poetry. Where is poets when there is no poetry? Nowadays, where is poet? Where is poet when there is no poetry? Nowadays, only flattery, FLOWETRY, or FLOETRY are shit. Nowadays, only flattery or fightery are shit. No rhythm, no rhyme, no phonetic, or so to say, different types of poems, that ancient poems. If you go to different challenges, poets write poems, but when composition comes on rhythm, rhyme, or so to say, different condition, they fail because there is no foundation. Ancient poets ancient poems, ancient poetry, the foundation. Poetry, the foundation, and the foundation of poetry, this poetry are grown up. If you get the foundation of poetry, you can write poetry or poetry. I'm not telling about these three types of definition. If you go to dictionary, you will get the definition of poetry, P-O-E-T-R-Y, F-L-O-W-E-T-R-Y, F-L-O-E-T-R-Y. Really, most of the poets declared that a poet is revered through what he writes. That's why they write poetry or poetry. Most of the poets think that a poet is revered through what he writes. But before going to this definition, we should know what is revealed. The definition of revealed says to show something that was previously hidden, or that was previously secret or unknown, or it is previously kept in your mind. It is partial true. It is not always true. Suppose a poet is such a man who does not write what is hidden in mind, what is secret in his or her mind. Suppose war is going on, current situation or matter, someone was shot dead, war is going on. For poets, you will not write about poetry. We will not write poems about war. You will not write poems about martyr. No. To write a poet does not need time. To write a poet does not need time, past, present, future. What is sprouted in the heart, that is expressed in words, arranging with rhythm, rhyme, poetic device, syllabic pattern, is called poetry. You may write poetry, no problem. But what he sees, what he feels, thinks, what is emerged and sprouted in the heart, the poet goes on writing. But you should give it importance about the present condition. You know what is poet? A poet is an angel. A poet is an agent of God's newspaper. What a poet writes comes through God's ear. Nobody may give you prestige, but God gives you prestige. It is my practical experience. You should think, as a messenger of God, a poet should write the poems. As a journalist, as a messenger, as an agent of God, you should write poems that will go through the ear of God. If you think about writing poems, I have posted a lot of poems for new generation, but I like to give one suggestion to all the new generation. If you want to improve your poems, give importance to listening. Reading, speaking, writing is LHRW. Listening, reading, speaking, writing are 4 walls. Today's listener is tomorrow's professor. Today's listener is tomorrow's professor, orator. And these listening, reading, speaking, writing are 4 walls. Creativity is a roof, and use of word composition in the finishing to decorate the poem. For poets, your word is your beauty. And most important thing is, in each and every poem, show your love. Love and be loved is life. Love and be loved is to live the life. Love and be loved is to live the life as your word is beauty. So I don't agree with the hidden words. Always write one topic. A poet is not a poet. I can declare strongly. A poet is not a poem who writes poems in one topic with sugar-coated, flowery words, fantastic imagination. A poet writes the poet with a reality, with fantasy. A poet should write reality with fantasy, but not fantasy with reality. One should give importance to write poems in the present situation. I can't agree to be a poet who writes in one topic with sugar-coated words, flowery words, fantastic words. That is for pleasure, for satisfaction. Don't follow others. I can say, don't follow others, rather make others follow you. You write in such a manner, you create such a creativity that others will follow you. So it is my suggestion to the young generation, don't follow others, rather make others follow you. Read the poems, color the words, color the theme, color the situation, color the main ideas, then put your creativity and write. It is my 2 years experience. Oh, young generation, oh, young poets, don't follow others, rather make others follow you. Go solo and shy, be an epitome in poetry world. Poetry is a deal of joy, pain, and wonder. You write in such a manner, कर बुलंद इतना हर तहवीर से पूछे, कर बुलंद इतना हर तहवीर से पूछे, खुदा खुद पूछे, बोलते राज क्या है. You write in such a manner, in such a creativity, God will come to ask you what is the hidden, what is the secrecy behind your poetry. That is poet. Everybody must be stunned and surprised after reading your poems. One candle, I like to tell you, one candle can wipe out darkness. One word can frame a goal. One tree can start a forest. Go forward, shine like a ray of sunshine. So never think that you can't do. You can do. One poet can do a lot of things. Really, I like to tell you, it is my first poem. At the time of writing, I thought it is nothing. But this poem is so popular nowadays. 3 to 4 magazines accepted this poem. It is my first poem in my poetic career. Oh man, what are you? Oh man, what are you? I am reciting my first poem. You are not just pretty and cute. You are more than just a flavor of salute. Oh man, you are more than just a flavor of salute. your propinquity and proximity of love. You can't live and exist in remoteness of love. Sometimes it is hard for me to show that you are not blessed with just a body show. That you are not blessed with just a body show. Sometimes you are broke and break. Sometimes you are lovely and loyal, cute in peak. Sometimes nothing. I do not let it show anything. But I have been in your love and affection. A deep in your view and beauty in satisfaction. A bath in self-possessed word. A drink in your sparkling wits word. A drink in your sparkling wits word. Oh man, you are inspiration and inhalation, construction and destruction, love and loyal, cruel and fuel. I'm sure you are a all. I hope you will be a all. It was my first poem, though after some time I edit, but it was my first poem. So poets, I can say, मंजिल उनको मिलती है जिनके स्वप्न में जान होता है. मंजिल उनको मिलती है जिनके स्वप्न में जान होती है. पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसला से ही उड़ान होती है. मंजिल उनको मिलती है जिनके स्वप्न में जान होती है. पंखों से कुछ नहीं होता, हौसले से ही उड़ान होती है. Once just and Jill, please. Once just and Jill, please from Jido to Jenny. Oh, poets listening poets attentively, speaking poets distinctly, reading poets mindfully, and write correctly. Act honorably. Try to find any error in poem. You may ask or not. It is different. At least know the fault of use. Definitely, you will touch the effects of success. You may don't remain silent. Read the poems and get the good things. Get the nectar in poems. In every poem there is nectar. Shook the nectar from every poem and use your creativity. Everyone in this world is a drama. Everyone is an actor and actress. In this drama, everyone shows its acting. जिंदगी के रंगमंच में अपना किरदार इतनी निभाओ कि जिंदगी के रंगमंच पे अपना किरदार इतनी निभाओ कि पर्दा गिरने के बाद तालियां बजते रहे बजते रहे बजते रहे. Oh, poets, I can say poetry is not a small thing. If you entangle with the poetry, you will forget your world. It will give you name and fame. What is life? Life is nothing but to have name and fame. Don't think. Sure. Be in silence. You go on writing without telling anything. You make a decide, you may find out error or another thing. It is different. You don't hungering for any certificate, any prize, any praiseful word. Be in silent and go on writing. God is ever all. God overhead. You act now. Oh, poets, act now. Leave the fruit in the hands of God, who is ever all. Really, it is my another poem. Why do you remain silent? Why do you remain silent? Yesterday, one reputed magazine placed a little space in the, that is ISC magazine, International Economic Culture magazine. It is my alliteration poem. Supremacy of silence. Why silence is important? Oh, poets, go on writing in silence. Silence shows a lot of things. I'm going to recite my one poem. It is alliteration. Each and every poem, each and every word starts with the same letter. Silence. Supremacy of silence. Silence shows surprise and suspense. Silence shows surprise and surprise, unsustainable stage at a sustainable small. Silence shows surprise and suspense, unsustainable stage and at suitable spot. Silence, super and spectacular. Speech specifies super, spells fear and spikes. Spirit sprouts from soul and spreads in society to solidify safety and security. Spirit of silence sprouts from soul and spreads in society to solidify safety and security. Strengthen your soul and soul silently and solicitously. Solicitously. Strengthen your soul and soul silently and solicitously. Sitting silence strengthens stunning supremacy. It is the last stage. Again, I'm going to recite, strengthen your soul and soul silently and solicitously. Sitting silence strengthens stunning supremacy, the silence. One writing, before completing, I like to send a message to young generation. Give importance to punctuation mark, or at the time of recital, give pause. Nowadays, I have been marking most of the poets don't give importance, comma. Don't use, they never use punctuation mark, go on writing without full stop and comma. Just listen one sentence. Okay. Yeah, going to complete. Once said, just give pause and comma. That will be admirable and adorable poem. Thanks, listeners. Thanks for listening my voice, my suggestion, my view. If it exceeds, don't mind. I beg your pardon if it is anything wrong, anything erratic. Thank you so much for listening.